this attraction piece is super interesting to me because, like, I've coached a lot of people in the dating world. I'm with them from when they start as single to when they meet somebody, and often they are really compatible, and several clients have gone on to being engaged and all the rest of it, and like if I, I mean, just to be totally blunt, like when I see the person that they're dating, it's like I like you're I just it's confusing to me people's sort of subjective experience of attraction, right? Which is it's so unbelievably subjective. Like it blows my mind, and I'm of course I'm filtering out my own personal, sort of lens of attraction or not when I'm working with people, but it's like just an immediate human like experience. Do I find this person attractive or not at all? And so I don't know. Like I don't. I used to think probably to an increasingly less degree do I think that there's any importance to an objective measure of attractability or attraction to somebody. Like sure, yeah, there's like beautiful people and I guess ugly people, but as far as like how that plays a role in finding somebody that you are attracted to, and there's a basis and enough of a connection there to build a relationship, like it's so subjective, right? It's like I can find somebody utterly unattractive, like completely unattractive, like there's no way that would just be a deal breaker for me, and like somebody right next to me is like totally ready to spend their lives with this person and is having amazing physical intimacy with this person, and it's like rock on, like that is awesome. I'm so grateful that that's the case, and that's a thing. So and as I get older, I think we're roughly probably all in the same age generation. Physical attractions is less and less and less and less of a factor for me. Like I really care so much more about the experience of connection and alignment around basic values. So yeah, to like prioritize physical attraction at the expense of all these other measures of compatibility might even just destine us, put us on the destined path for challenges and difficulties and ultimately separation down the road. I wish, yeah, no doubt. This is something I've been sitting with lately is like, yeah, if I had access at all to considering these values for compatibility and real partnership that go way beyond physical attraction, I'm sure I would have been more discerning in the selection of a partner at that time in my 20s. I mean, obviously that time is long gone, but yeah, I grieve for the loss of having had or will have the experience of lifelong partnership with somebody because of my very constrained and limited set of parameters in selecting a partner back in my 20s. And this is, to digress a second, I think this is why it's so important to introduce this kind of work and practice to young people, like ideally in their late teens and early 20s, so that they can be armed with this sort of perspective and orientation to put it sort of crudely, mate selection, right? That is beyond just hormones and physical attraction and like we like to get high and party together or whatever.